BLM Antifa rioters shout death to America, and I have the solution. BLM Antifa rioters set about the streets of Oakland, California, and started to shout the very popular Iranian refrain of their mullahs, death to America. Other Antifa BLM members, as we know, BLM is a Marxist organization, the founders have said so. These people actively promote communism. Both these positions are at odds with most Americans, to put it euphemistically. The good news, I have a frictionless solution that will leave all parties happy. Well, perhaps not the Democrats, as they'll be losing voters. As I begin, the one request that I have is that you leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts as to whether or not I get this right, and if you enjoyed the video, that you share it with someone so that I can help overcome the YouTube algorithm that only favors MSNBC, Fox News, and CNN. Back to our program. Before solving this internal crisis once and for all, I have to address where it all stems from. Simply one word: ingratitude. Few of these people rioting have traveled outside of the country and have no appreciation for how the rest of the world lives. These are workers in garment factories being transported to and from their jobs in Cambodia, in these cattle cars, to their living stations, if you can call them that. I personally took this video. They earn $100 a month. These Antifa BLM members have no idea how fortunate they are to live in the system that they are trying actively to tear down, both in their words and in their actions. Democratic politicians won't even speak the name Antifa. Jerry Nadler says that Antifa is a myth.
You disavow the violence from Antifa? That's happening in Portland right now? There's riots.
That's a myth that's being spread only in Washington, D.C.
About Antifa in Portland?
Yes.
Sir, there's videos.
Kate Brown, the governor of Oregon, won't even address their existence when directly questioned.
I have some viewers ask why your anti-violence statement this week about ongoing unrest in Portland mentioned white supremacy, but did not also include mention of groups like Antifa and other bad actors.
Why did I specifically hold out white supremacist organizations? Because my goal, my vision for a future Oregon is to build a better Oregon where everyone can thrive, and that means eradicating racism. And so my understanding of these organizations is they're based on hate, and I think it makes it really difficult for us to build what Dr. King would call a beloved community.
Thank you very much. And just to follow up, would you plan to address issues with Antifa as well?
We will continue to work with the community to make sure that folks understand that our goal here is to stop the violence directed toward property, to stop the arson, and obviously stop the person-to-person violence that's happening. Yes.
This is despite the fact that they've been rioting in her state for 100 straight days. And the good old mayor of Portland, Ted Wheeler, seems to be panhandling on the protester rioters' behalf, and they thank him by attempting to burn down his building. His solution? He leaves the building and runs away, rather than dealing with the problem head on. No Democratic politician has come out in condemnation of Antifa, BLM, because, you know, votes and power are way more important than honesty and principle. One must show fealty to their voting bloc in order to be elected. Who would I pledge my allegiance to, personally, if I was running for office? The people that actually pay the taxes that allow America to run and function. You know, the small business owner who's had his store looted, often burnt to the ground. If they burnt it to the ground, hopefully they looted it first, but that would evade the logic that is lacking in most Antifa members, as well as their defenders on Reddit and Twitter, who state often they're only physical objects, and the store owner had insurance, but not understanding that whatever money they get won't be nearly what they in fact paid for the objects in question, and the fact that you and I are going to be paying for their increased insurance premiums in the future. And that doesn't even account for 1/100th of the blood and sweat equity that these people poured into their businesses. The hypocrisy on the Democratic side of the aisle is vast, and I sincerely hope that this accounts in people's mind when they go to vote in November. That being stated, I desire to remain solution-oriented. I promised you a solution, and I believe I have an answer to the problems that are dogging and plaguing the United States of America. In fact, as most good solutions, it's fairly simple. These people want communism. They want death to America. Let's give them their wish. There are two members left of Bush's axis of evil: Iran and North Korea. Look, I'm going to be creating travel brochures for them, but let me just sum it up succinctly. If you want a place, if Antifa wants a place that will be absolutely, positively receptive to their chance of death to America, Iran would be a fantastic locality for them. And they could see the radical Islamists who they admire up close and in person. And as the Iranians are deemed people of color, there would be peace and harmony, as Antifa and BLM would never assail the views of someone who is so disadvantaged. A concurrent benefit for the black-clad female Antifa member who wears masks to hide their identity, they would fit in perfectly with the Islamists, where women must wear masks in public to be considered pious. Although in Iran, it is true that unfortunately they just allow women to wear a headscarf. But you get bonus points for wearing the masks. There is the dual benefit for society because many female Antifa members have asymmetric and unflattering faces, and thus the public would be spared view of said face. And I think I've made a very strong case why this is very likely a fantastic destination for female Antifa. Males who desire to chant death to America are also very much welcome. Really, for anyone who feels that America never gave them a fair shake, you'll be exquisitely comfortable in the Islamic Republic of Iran. Then again, choice is absolutely paramount in my plan for it to have the impact that I'm hoping. North Korea has the purest form of communism left on earth. Their emperor, the fearless leader, the democratically elected Kim Jong-un, with 99.9% of the vote. Whether he be in a coma or not, I admit we don't know, which may perhaps jeopardize the country's stability, but that's why we are sending in you commie reinforcements. And not to worry, as long as North Korea keeps their prosperous country alive by flooding the world with counterfeit US currency and exporting military technology to other rogue nations, it still has several years left to span, especially with the ever-present help of fellow communist China. So if you choose pure communism, just give up your US passport, renounce your citizenship, and we will gladly send you to North Korea. No questions asked, a first-class, one-way ticket there on whatever airline flies. We'll even charter you a military flight if you so desire. Enjoy, and to boot, to incentivize you, we will give you $2,000 of taxpayer money to spend in said country. It goes a long way, believe me. Additionally, we will allow you to withdraw the $13.44 on average that the Antifa member has in their bank account. The same goes for Iran. Again, we want you to have choices, but please don't take too long to decide. Look, no questions asked. Enjoy your time there. Enjoy communism or Islamism up close and in person. Believe me when I tell you they're absolutely fabulous. And while personally, if I had the choice between the countries, I would choose Iran, I have to say that the job opportunities in North Korea are superior for you. Specifically, a security position. Think of it. You could have a job where you could get paid, maybe even so much as a bag of salt, to enforce respect for the beautiful ideology that you espouse. Say you see another Otto Warmbier, a U.S. tourist tortured and ultimately killed by the country of North Korea for the crime of attempting to steal a propaganda poster. Your fervent love of communism, as well as your experiences in morality policing, combined with your great misery, will make you the perfect candidate to arrest him and do him harm. Look, it's a win for you. You'll leave the United States with infinitely more money than you had in your bank account, and you'll be able to spend it in a place where it goes a lot further. You'll get to experience, if you choose North Korea, the communist experience you desire up close and personal. Or if you choose Iran, you'll find an incredibly receptive crowd for your chance of death to America. I mean this. Please sign up and leave a comment below with your name and address, and the U.S. government will get in touch with you ASAP to make arrangements. I see this as a foolproof plan, with both us U.S. citizens benefiting from and paying for the pleasure of your absence, and you as well, who have such malice and destructive intent towards our country, get to go somewhere on the taxpayer dime where your views and energy will be welcome with a warm embrace. Please tell me in the comment section below your thoughts on my plan, or if you just want in. It's a mutually agreed upon deal that benefits both parties, and I hope sincerely that you enjoy your new localities. Please don't send a postcard. If you guys like this video, please share it, thumb it up, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you do. Have a fantastic day. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Peace out. Share the video.